some type of lead gen ads, lead gen campaigns, and I want to show you exactly what my lead gen campaigns look like right now for Coachmatic. So yeah, let's just dive into it and see what's what here. So let me just share my screen with you. And again, any questions you have, please drop them in the comments and I'll get back to you later on, of course. So let me just share my screen. So here we go. Awesome. So hopefully you can see my screen okay. It looks like you can from what I'm looking at here. So the first thing I want to do is help you understand that when it comes to running ads, there is no one thing fits all, okay? It's about testing and testing very heavily as well, okay? So as you can see here, I'm just going to run you through some of the ads that I've got for this new offer that I'm running where we guarantee a high ticket call booking funnel within 48 hours. So obviously, as you can see, these are the creatives that I'm testing. So this one's quite a catchy creative, as you can see, it worked quite well. And we've got this one as well. This one, and what I'm doing here is I'm trying to test things that I think will stand out in the Facebook and Instagram news feeds, okay? So as you can see, I've got this big luminous kind of neon glow arrow, these kind of cool emoji looking things as well. I've got this bright orangey yellowy color that stands out on the Facebook news feed. Again, with this text, I'm going with a bright writing and dark background with the bright call to action at the bottom. And as you can see, I'm testing different types of font colors here. White versus black, slightly different things. Pink color. Again, black on the orange background. Then I've got a combination of both here. So I'm just testing so many different things. Like the copy itself is very similar. And as you can see, I'm just adding different types of images that I think might attract people in business, people who are coaches as well. So on, so as you can see here. And then this one, again, what I've done here is I've actually, this one is actually a video, so it has movement in it. So as you can see, we've got these stars that are flashing. We've got the arrow that's pointing. We've got this kind of thing there's like the shooting star that goes along the back underneath here and here. I've got the same one in the black, same one in the pink. I've got other ones here with pictures of me in, again, just but still quite bright colors, trying to see what works best. So these are all tests. I haven't tested them all yet, but I'm still in the process of testing them. And these are some of the things that you just need to do when it comes to launching your ads. You just want to create a whole load of creatives whilst you're in that creative flow, all in one go. And again, just make slight tweaks to them. But then when it comes to testing them, what you want to do is you want to try and test vastly different ones. So for example, if I was to test this one and this one, and this one, these are a little bit too similar, okay? So what I would rather do is I'd rather test like this one against this pink one, maybe it's this orange one as well, maybe it's this one, because they are quite different, you know. Yes, the similarities, of course, but when you're first starting the test, you really just want to test things with big differences. Once you have tested the big differences and you find which one's working best, that's when you can go in and then start testing minor tweaks, minor differences. So just changing a little bit of the word, changing the color, maybe changing the image, maybe. Okay, but just minor tweaks at that point. So this is how we kind of do it here from our perspective. And what I also did is I also created some video ads. So again, using kind of like the script here, you know, hey, are you an online coach who needs to get on more book calls? We'll guarantee you, blah, 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 the big pitch. And I actually have 4 different videos here. They all have the same background because what I'm testing is I'm testing the video. I'm not testing the background at this point. So, you know, once I find out which video resonates best, I can then change the background. I can then change the head and I can then change these things, okay? But to be honest with you, the videos did not work well at all. So that's what I'm wanting to go into now. So let's have a look at my ads. So this is just a small snippet, okay? You're not seeing too much here. But as you can see here, I've tested quite a lot of different ads. So 18 different ad sets in total. And the way you do this is you actually create one campaign. So I have a campaign for this offer. I call it C14, which is the campaign number 14, which is everything inside C14 is for this offer. I've got R14, which is a retargeting campaign. But yeah, so what you want to do though when you're testing things like this is you always want to test it at the ad set level. Okay, you never want to test things at the ad level. So I never ever have more than one ad test inside of one ad set. Okay, so for example, in each one of these is simply just all I'm testing is the graphics. That's it. Literally just testing the creatives. And then obviously in these ones here, as you can see, I'm testing different audiences. So what I'm trying to get at here is, if you have one ad set, never try and test more than one ad creative in that ad set, because Facebook will try to evenly spend your ad spend across those ads that you're testing. However, it does a terrible job at it. Okay, you might have like a $5 per day ad budget, and after two days, you see that Facebook has spent, you know, $8 on one ad and $2 on the other ad, and it's not a fair. It hasn't given enough chance to give the fair representation of what's working and what's not working, which is why you want to test your ad creatives at the ad set level, and you want to force it to spend that budget every day. So here we're spending £8, which is about $10 per day, and it's forcing it to spend it on that creative. And then I can compare, I get a good comparison. Okay, that's had £10, that's had £10, what's the results? Okay, £10 is not enough, by the way, to get any feedback in most cases. But as you can see here, so I've got quite a few different tests, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open this up. And as you can see, like, I've got ad 10.1, ad 9.1, and the 10 is the creative number, the 1 is the copy number. And as you can see, these are all 0.1s because I haven't tested any copy yet. I'm just testing the creative. That's it. Once I find a winning creative that works well for me, I'm then going to go and test the copy after that. So as you can see here, I'm testing a lot. And so this first part here is the offer, the campaign number, the offer. This next part where we've got expert names plus Facebook admins plus top tier, that's the ad set, so that's who we're targeting. And then we have the ad, which is the number, so that gives me the information I need to know what from there. Okay, so as you can see here, we have been testing a few things though. So as you can see, I've got SNS list 2%, which is a lookalike audience here. We've got again different type of audience here. We've got lookalike audience here, and as you can see, I'm testing the ad 1.1, so I'm testing that ad but towards a different audience. So not only am I testing, and down here you can see I've got ad 1.1, which again is a different audience. This one's Facebook only, expert names and Facebook admins plus US. So it's only US people. This one's only UK people. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of testing going on here for me right now. And I didn't set all this one go, by the way. You know, I did a handful of tests, and I was like, okay, they didn't work, and I turned some off, and I turned some new ones on. I was like, okay, I'm turning these ones off, I'm keeping these ones on, I'm testing some other ones. So I'm always testing new stuff. And even at the top here, as you can see, I've got 2 new ads in review. So what I've got here is I've got the SNS list. Again, same thing. We're driving traffic to a Facebook lead form instead of the actual landing page itself. So I'm testing landing page versus Facebook lead form, again, to see what works better. It's the same ad. So this is pretty much exactly the same ad, the same conversion mechanism. However, on this one, I'm testing Facebook has an option to turn on Advantage Lookalike Plus. So it just means it's going to expand your reach if it thinks that it will help performance. I'm going to test it and see if it helps at all. Because this is currently my winning ad right here. What I'm doing is I'm pairing the winning ad with the winning audience. So this is the winning audience, the SNS list 2%, and the winning ad is my 12.1 ad at the moment here. So what I'm doing is I'm pairing them both together and seeing how it works. And again, the winning conversion mechanism is the lead form, but only slightly, not by much. So I'm going to be testing that. So this is something how I test here. And then what I do, because the information in Facebook isn't very accurate, unfortunately, even with conversion mechanisms set up, what I do is I'm not going to go into the techie side of this in this training, because it requires a bit more of a technical setup. But inside of Coachmatic, what it does, it records the exact ad set level, the exact campaign, the ad set level, and the ad set, and the ad, of where your leads come from. So you can actually get more accurate information from inside Coachmatic, because if this says that we had 6 leads sign up from this one ad set here, if I go at the Coachmatic, I might only be able to see 4 people who have been assigned this as the ad that they came from. And that information inside Coachmatic is much more accurate than what this is here. So that's why we do that. But what I do on the top of that is I then input my information into this type of a spreadsheet here. As you can see, I've got my data I'm tracking. I've got the ads, the campaign level, the ad set name, how much was spent during that time frame, which is just the day, Again, in pounds, I've got converting the pounds to dollars here. And then how many impressions, how many reaches, how many link clicks, how many opt-ins, so on and so on. And then how many, obviously, how many sales. I mean, this was originally set up to track booked calls. Okay. So I haven't tweaked it yet. But what this gives me, though, is that it gives me a fantastic breakdown here. As you can see here, so all these grayed out ones are ones I've turned off. So I've turned these ones off in the past. And as you can see, like I'm looking here at the winning campaigns. So this one here is a $3.59 lead, and $4 lead, $30 lead, which is the image. Sorry, that's the video. I turned that one off just today because I was like, okay, well, yeah, maybe I could have left it running for a bit longer, realistically, because $30 isn't much ad spend on that. But I've got my own strategy in mind is I'm just going to build up my leads by using these much cheaper strategies that are proven to work right now, and then I'm going to retest that one later on towards a lookalike audience of people, or just retarget the people that have shown an interest in the past. I'm going to retarget them. But as you can see, we've got like again close to $10 per lead, and that for me, I don't like that. Like anything, my goal is $5 and below. So as you can see, these ones here that are grayed out, you might not be able to see too well on your screen though, but these are like $25, $15, $10, $15, $15. These ones literally got no leads after spending $34, $26, $10. I turned this one off pretty quick. I don't know why, but I did. And $18. So as you can see, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put my ad spend, my focus and attention towards the ones that are working best. And because this one here, as I mentioned, the SNS list 2% is working really good as an audience, and then my ad 12.1 is working good. I'm combining these two together into one ad now, which are these two ads at the top. Obviously, this one is without the advantage lookalike, and this one here is with the advantage lookalike. So I'm now going to test them out over probably the rest of this week and see how they work and see how they compare up against this. And then again, just turn off the ones that aren't working so well. So I might end up turning off these two at some point soon. I'm going to give them a couple more days though, see how they're working. I mean, this one has already had quite a large ad spent towards it. However, this was literally this is the one that made a sale for me, which was great. But as you can see, the one thing I'm not trying to do here is I'm not trying to jump the gun either, because the idea behind lead gen is you do lead gen, right? But you know fine well you have a nurture phase that these leads must go through. 99% of leads that come through, it's probably more than 99%, it's probably like 99.9% of all leads that come through do not convert straight away. They do not convert literally the same day that they come through. It requires normally a little bit of nurturing. So that's why I tried to not jump the gun and sit. So my plan is, let's give these leads 30 days. Let's see how many of these 48 leads that we've so far generated convert over the next 30 days. Okay, that's what we're trying to do here. So I've got my obviously lead nurture system in place to try to help do that. And again, I will be constantly trying to optimize that lead nurture system as well. So this is another thing. And as you can see here, what I've also been looking at are opt-in percentages. So as you can see, the opt-ins on these ones are pretty good. So we've got a 42, 37, 66. That one again, because that one is a Facebook lead form. And these are really good opt-in percentages, because considering this is like your typical high ticket VSL funnel, which I can probably give you a quick look at this here. Not that one. Where was I? Bear with me, sorry. So let me just quickly run back over to the actual funnel here and show you what it looks like. Most of you have already seen it before anyways, but it is simply just your typical high ticket funnel with the front end opt-in. And as you can see here, I've got 5 different funnels in here that with all the same offer. I'm testing them for different things. So this one here is for the Facebook lead form traffic. This one here is for direct traffic. This one here is for my email sequence follow-ons up. And this one here is for retargeting ads, so on and so on. So again, I'm really I'm really big on data, and I think you have to be as well. So this is kind of like your typical Facebook, your typical high ticket VSL opt-in form, opt-in page. As you can see, it's just the big promise, that's it, button to opt in, and then they're taken to the VSL page to sell them on whatever that is that you're selling them on. So this is no different to the things that you have already got in your systems as well right now. But obviously, as you can see, is what we're trying to do is we're just trying to test things more and more and more. So actually, you know, a 40%, a 62%. So all of these here are directing traffic straight to the opt-in page. These two are Facebook lead forms. So as you can see, yes, the Facebook lead forms have a higher opt-in because they're kept on Facebook. However, they have to then opt in on Facebook. Then you have to click a button to then go to the actual VSL page. And sometimes you can have quite a big drop off at that point. And obviously, sometimes as well, the lead quality isn't quite as good. But it's a bit of give and take. It's why it's a learning curve. You have to test and test and test and see what's working. However, what I wanted to say to you here is these opt-in percentages are really good. And as you can see, compared to what they used to be, this was like a 14%. We had a 16%. We had a 28. We had 25. So the ads are learning every day. More and more conversions we have go through, the better it is. And if you actually hover over the learning phase here, what it says is that it does say like five optimization events. So in what it requires to get out of the learning phase, it requires about 50 optimization events before it really before the pixel, before it can really get to hang with who it is that it's looking to target there as well. And if we come to this one, so this one's at 6. Let me have a look at this one. This has got 18. So it had 10. However, but the other thing to remember is the optimization event is generally done over a week's time period, so not like a month or anything like that. So it is normally better to do less ads and more of a budget towards just a handful of ads, okay, to kind of hit that optimization event, and then the pixel can start learning. But you don't want to be turning ads off after just like a day or two, because obviously the pixel hasn't had a chance to even learn who it is that you're targeting whatsoever here. But this is pretty much my process of going into and diving into the information, and then based on the information, what type of tweaks that I then make to the ads. And then every day I'm looking at this, every single day I'm looking at it, okay? So, and again, what I do is I obviously just filter for yesterday's ad performance. For example, here, I filter for, I then obviously take the data, compare it to what the data is inside of Coachmatic, and then I upload it to my spreadsheet here. This is very, very, I don't want to use the word advanced because it's not advanced at all. It's just, fiddly, I guess is a good word to use. So this is something that does require knowing what you're doing first off, of course, but then if you are trying to make decisions based on data, the data has to be accurate. There's no point in just looking at the data on Facebook if you deep down inherently know it's not accurate data. If this is saying that we've had 4 leads here, but realistically we've only had 1 lead here, but we had a lead from this one that hasn't been assigned, and we had another lead from this one that hasn't been assigned, type of thing. It's like, okay, well, the data is completely off. It's no good. So that's why I always like to do what I'm doing, which is comparing it against the data from Coachmatic. But again, that's a whole other video for another day, okay? But I just want to show you this video really was to really help you understand what it looks like to run ads, to test ads, to compare the data, to make decisions based on that data that you're getting, and then yeah, just to have a bit of a better understanding of it as well. I know that a lot of people watching this probably won't be able to afford to spend, the same amount that I'm spending here, which is totally fine. So what I'd recommend in that case is you just maybe just run 3 ad tests in one go, okay? And you just put what you can spend, even if that's just like $5 per day on each ad test across a week, okay? So you spend $15 per day, yes, but you need that information before you make any good decisions. But again, this is why when you're running ads, you always want to have the organic side of your business going as well, because sometimes you need the organic to obviously keep feeding and keep bringing in new customers until you get your ads optimized enough to where your ads can replace the organic, okay? Because it's sometimes a bit of a battle. You've got to weigh them up. So never just expect to turn ads on and not do any type of optimizations whatsoever, not do anything. Even if somebody says this ad is the best performing ad in the world, it doesn't mean it's going to be performing for you, your brand, your messaging, your audience, even. So you've got to test, which is exactly why, again, if I bring you back into my Canva, there's so many tests in here, not just from what you've seen, but I have, what I do inside of Canva is I just have this one kind of document, I don't know, the canvas, I guess you would call it, inside of Canva, where I can have all my promo stuff, all my kind of graphics in here, as you can see, for everything that I've ever done, pretty much. And then I can just come in, and if I just want to quickly test something, I can just quickly upload it and test it. As you can see, this is a calculator here, which I haven't even ran yet. So I used to do some targeting towards women's weight loss coaches. I ended up stopping that. But yeah, so as you can see, I've got loads of testing options in here that I can test. But anyways, that's it for me. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's been somewhat helpful for you and a little bit educational at the same time. And again, any questions you have, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. And then obviously we can dive more into that at another time. But my goal is to really provide you all with a lot more help and support to really generate more leads, to get more business coming in, and not just give you the techie stuff like the funnels and stuff to do that. Yes, that is obviously a big help, but there's no point in having the beautifulest, bestest funnel in the world if you don't drive traffic to it, if you don't generate enough leads, if it doesn't convert. You need to do testing, okay? Right, thank you very much for watching.